let's talk a little bit about knowing your worth, because that's on my spirit right now. you know, knowing your worth is highly, highly important, because it's in the knowing that allows us to truly understand who we are, what we're meant to do and for, and how to protect our energy. How to protect our energy. Know your worth. Because it's in the knowing that your energy is sacred. Your moves, your words, your thoughts, your beliefs are power. And sometimes we let people into our energy. We allow our energy to get intertwined with people we're involved with friends, with family, with relationships, with, acquaintances, whatever. We allow other people's energy to mix in with our energies, and we begin to take on and project what's being projected upon us. It's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me to think that I deserve something that is not meant for me. It's not the audacity of what I think about somebody else. It's the audacity that I could even believe. How dare myself, right? How dare myself believe that I am worth so little? I mean, I know y'all gotta resonate with this, right? Like, somebody out there gotta resonate with a time that you allowed yourself to be in a situation that you knew you had no business being in. You allowed yourself to deal with a person that you know darn well you did not need to deal with. Okay? And it's not about somebody being better than somebody else. It's not about, everybody ain't worthy, for something, or people are more worthy than others. It's just about knowing how worthy you truly are, period. Not above or below someone, It's not a measurement. It is just a fact, But it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity. Because you portray yourself to be less than or more than, you project that upon other people, and that projection is how they read you, right? They see you to be what you project. So let me use an example. Relationships. Everybody can kind of relate to that, right? We get into these relationships. We sit up here and we put in and invest this love, this pure, raw love. I'm taking a chance. I know it'll be better this time. I'm going to put my faith in this situation because I'm giving all I got. So that's what I'm going to receive, right? Yet and still, we put ourselves in situations where we are not in the receiving energy. We're not in the receiving energy. We do not receive. We are givers and givers and givers. Just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. But what do you get back? And I'm not talking monetarily. I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually, feeding yourself, your spirit. What do you feed your spirit? What do you feed your spirit? Do you feed your spirit what it's worth? Because I'm going to just say it raw and blunt. Y'all know how I do. You over here feeding your spirit bullshit. So is your spirit worth bullshit? Or you going to feed your spirit something good and nourishing? Something that is growth producing? Something that is going to bring something that edifies you in a way that you can only receive positivity, only receive what is worth something to you. You know, you're feeding your spiritual bank. and when you deplete that, when you give it all away and you're not investing back in yourself, the audacity. The audacity, right? The audacity for me. What are you feeding your spirit? That's the question today. What are you feeding your spirit? You know, I claim to be a person that I really truly care about people. If you come into my energy, I'm caring about you. You know, you're meant to be here, and it's for a purpose and reason. And I, over my lifetime so far, have come across people, I wouldn't say who are broken, but who are in need, put it that way. They are in need of something to fill their spirits, to you know, I look at it this way. Okay, here, let's just do this. Listen. Think of your spirit like a bank, right? You're making all these withdrawals in your relationships, right? But who is making the deposit? If you keep withdrawing all your energy, right? But you're never receiving deposits back, good energy back, then you're going to be left depleted down to where you are now in energetic debt. Right? It leaves you longing. It leaves you needy. It leaves you desperate. Because what happens when people are in debt? We are desperate, right? To get some type of credit, right? And we can't get the credit. We desperate for any little inkling. We start asking for handouts. So what happens to your mindset when you become desperate? You start receiving any deposit, any old deposit. It don't have to be good or bad. It just be a loan. It just be something you won't end up owing back, and you keep adding up, but you're never filling up your spirit. You're never saving towards building your own spirit up to its full maturity, because you're too busy giving pieces of yourself out, pieces of your spirit out. Your energy is depleted, okay? The audacity. The audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. Like I said, the audacity for us to do this to ourselves. The audacity that we have to think that that's what we're worth. Sometimes you gotta stop. You gotta say no. You gotta learn how to say no for a moment and just focus on filling up your spiritual bank. You know, put yourself in energies of receiving something good for yourself. Put yourself in positions where you know your worth so much that you no longer allow those entities into your energy that are just going to suck you dry, leave you depleted, leave you on empty. Okay? You deserve better than that. So what are you feeding your spirit? What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to let go of? That's the question I stand here before you now. I'm contemplating, you know. I'm in the process of letting go of things and people that no longer serve me. And it's a constant rotation, right? Like, I found like I've let go of several people. I've let go of several situations in my life so far. But it's a constant cycle. You're going to keep having to come across this. You know, there's new cycles all the time, new chapters, new eras in your life that you're standing in. And with each era, with each cycle, with each chapter, you're going to have to let some things go. You take the lesson, you receive the energy, and then you let it go. You let the rest go, right? You keep what's nourishing, and you let the rest go. It's like the body, right? The body takes in foods, nutrients. It takes the vitamins out of foods, and then the rest is waste. It lets it go. You don't hold on to the waste. You don't hold on to the negative things because it becomes sick, right? It depletes your bodily functions. Your organs start to break down, right? You can become toxic and contaminated, and it can break your body and your system down. And that's the same thing with negative energies. It can break the system of the soul down, of the spirit down, right? If you don't get rid of those toxic energies, it will break your spirit down, leave you depleted. So today I just leave you with that thought. What are you feeding your spirit? And know you deserve much more than what you've been giving yourself, what you've been allowing yourself to get. Okay?